Sabelo, very good afternoon to you. You were listening in on that interview with our reporter who is at the scene. There are a whole range of catastrophic events, a lack of food and water, a lack of medication, a lack of will or ability from the miners to actually get to the surface. This is a perfect storm and a crisis waiting to happen if it hasn't already happened. We're now being told that a 16-year-old has died underground and his body has been wrapped up until it can be brought to the surface.
No, thanks, Michelle. Yes, I think we, as a movement, MACUA, Mining Affected Communities United Nation, we've been saying this since the start of, I would say since from the 15th, that we need to prioritize lives. We need to ensure that we assist those who are trapped to resurface so that the law can take its course. So if maybe I can put clarity to certain maybe news, or I would say the perception that we've been sharing. There are three shafts that are in question. We've got Margaret shaft, we've got shaft 10, we've got shaft 11. So those who are at shaft 11, they can't surface on their own, even if they had strength, because they need to go up 2,000 meters up for them to go up. For one to leave shaft 11 to shaft 10, one needs to embark on a journey over 3 to 4 days journey, crawling up and down, crossing waters. It's not an easy journey. It's not more like we are moving from point A to point B on a flat surface. It's not easy for them to travel from shaft 11 to shaft 10. So it's very difficult. Hence, we are emphasizing that let's continue to save lives. Hence, we went to court on an urgent basis that we need to send humanitarian aid underground so that those who are underground are able to get strength. Even those who try to embark from shaft 8 to shaft 10, from shaft 11 to shaft 10, they can do so having a strength. Another thing is what we need to put clarity on is Margaret shaft. The Margaret shaft is not connected to shaft 10 and 11. There are two separate shafts, there are two separate areas. So it's not easy. Those who keep emerging at Margaret shaft as artisanal miners that are not in the same area with those at shaft 10 and shaft 11. So yeah, I think we need to correctly assist the public in terms of making sure that we put that into the proper perspective, because now we are building a perspective that those who are underground don't want to come out because they fear of arrest. No one wants to. When you listen to the stories of those who emerge underground, the artisanal miners that we work with on the ground, we've been on the ground since on the 15th. They give you a clear indication that it's not easy for one to leave shaft 8 to shaft 10. Even those who emerge at shaft 10, it's if let's say 10 artisanal miners decide to go up at shaft 10, only 4 or 3 will survive that chain, because that chain is on its own. It's a 4-day chain going up. You need to sleep along the way. So it's a very tedious. Imagine you are weak, you can't even have a proper conversation, then you go up. It is a difficult. Hence, we are pushing for this urgent and application so that we send humanitarian aid. Then from there we will see. At the moment, no one is clear in terms of how many who are still alive, how many have lost their life. Remember, those who are at shaft 10, at shaft Margaret, they are not connected to those who are at shaft 11 and 10.
This is incredibly important context, Sabelo, for people who are tracking the story on news channels like 405. The intricacies of getting from one shaft to another in a context where you are compromised because you haven't had enough food, you haven't had enough water, and perhaps you are medically compromised as well. I want you to just tell us that again. It's a 4-day journey. I thought I heard you wrong the first time you said it.
Yes, from shaft 11 to shaft 10, it is a 4-day chain, 3 to 4 days, up until 5, depending on the strength of an individual. It's not a one-day trip where you just shoot from Parktown to Stillfontein without having any hurdles. Remember, underground is a maze. It's not straightforward as it is on top of the ground. So the shaft 10 and 11 are slightly connected, but not easily accessible. That's what we have been receiving from those who've been underground, even those who we assisted to pull out as community volunteers. Remember, as community volunteers, we're able to save 11 people with one boat. So from those 11, they give you a proper perspective vis-a-vis the other reporting that we've been hearing that is contradicting what we understand what is happening on the ground.
Right.
Considering also that as a movement, we've been in the space for almost 12 years now, so I can say we do understand some of the dynamics that are in the shaft or underground mining.
So phase 3 of the rescue operation begins this week. We've previously seen community members conduct these rescue efforts themselves. Now that there's been an intervention by experts, how would you say that has either helped or hindered in what is now a weeks-long operation?
As MACUA, we honestly believe that that intervention has hindered the process. Why do we say so? Remember, the rescue process that was conducted by community members, the volunteers, were able to at least on a minimum resurface 4 people per day. So in these 14 days, in these 2 weeks, if you can say you can multiply 4 with 14, we'll get almost a little bit a more number. We could have saved more lives, and we could have a better understanding. Imagine more people are resurfacing, more information that we receive. Each time there's someone new coming, there's no information that resurfaces. So we are able to act based on that information that we receive from those who are coming on the ground. So since the government committed, nothing has happened, none. The only thing that they did, they went underground to survey. Even that report, when you listen to that report, it's here or there. It's neither here or there. It doesn't give you something to work with. Remember, we use the information to plan the next step as to what needs to happen now. So if there's no information that we keep receiving on a constant basis, obviously we'll continuously speculate, we'll continuously cook up our own stories, especially those who are unknown we are with us on the ground, people who are not underground. So that intervention, it will have assisted if it was conducted in a speedy manner, but they are too slow. When we attended the press briefing of the minister on Friday, he also said they are not clear as to when are they going to begin with the extraction process. So it leaves a question mark as to, as they said this week started already today. We should have been seeing something that promises that rescue process will start taking place. But at the moment, it's all what they say. The government says so. The community is doing. If you can check between the community and the government, who's doing more, less? We can safely say we as community members, we are doing more than the state has promised to do because we saved life. We've sent food underground. We created a system where we're using ropes to assist those who are underground. So, yeah, I would say the government intervention, they are not helping at all. There's a movement.
Yeah. I just want to give our viewers this live picture coming to us from Stillfontein. There was a wider image earlier showing that more police have now arrived on the scene at that mine in the northwest. In a moment, we'll check in with our reporter, Refiwa Seboko, who is there. In the meantime, it gives her a chance to check in with police and get the latest on why there has been this increased deployment. But Sabelo, the High Court in Pretoria, of course, as we know, allowing concerned groups to send food and water into the mines. That is obviously a temporary fix, because how much food can you logistically send underground? I'm guessing that the food and water that is being sent underground lasts but a matter of days, if not more than 2 days. What happens when these supplies abruptly run out?
Okay, thanks. Remember, we last sent food, I think it was on the 15th. Today is the 2nd of December. We last sent food on the 15th. Obviously, that food has run out. So we are hearing as a movement this question of quantity. You see, as far as our position is concerned at this moment in time, we feel we are getting a perspective that there is a deliberate act of not saving lives underground. You understand? So why we are saying so, we got an interdict that says, yes, it is an interim up until Thursday, we are going to be arguing our case. So from today up until Thursday, we are giving a leeway to send food. We don't understand why now we are questioning the quantity.
Hold on 1 second, Sabelo.
We should be focusing.
Sabelo, you're saying there's a deliberate act of not saving lives underground. Who are you attributing that to? Where do you place the blame for that?
Okay, if you listen to Comrade Johannes, who spoke earlier before I came into the platform, he mentioned that the colonel, those who are the police who are stationed on the ground, now they are asking about quantity. You understand? So they are looking for something that the court is not saying to use it as a stumbling block. And from the 15th up until yesterday, we were kept reminding about us being non-emergency personnel, using the court interdict to stop the community members to continuously assist in saving people, in sending water or food underground. So now we got an interdict that allows us, as community members, as MACUA, to send food underground, but now we are being questioned about quantity. You understand? Earlier on, we raised the question of saying, here we are fighting for lives, we are not fighting for nationality. But when you listen to the state, in representing its case, it's constantly reminding us about the guys.
All right, we seem to have lost our connection to Sabelo Mnguni there. He's from an organization called Mining Affected Communities in Action, and they've been on the scene there doing a lot of work in the community and with the community.